So the next little project I'm going to try to work on this car is actually like a glove box, a small little glove box. As you can see, there's nothing in here, just a flat floor. The boys at Mullis are working on developing something new and cool for a glove box storage type of a solution, but still in development. They did give me some parts and pieces to try and build my own glove box. It's probably going to be one of the more challenging kind of fabbed up type of things that I have to do on this car, but we're going to give it a shot right now. The Grinch? What? All right, sorry guys, I haven't recorded much of this process because honestly, I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but I'll give you a little update. So far, all I've really done is a bunch of CAD work to design and fabricate this piece here. I only need 2 of them, but I made 3 because I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but it's a little piece of stainless sheet metal, 20 gauge, that I've created. It's basically going to be the end caps of this main carbon glove box shell that you see here. So this is extra long. We'll cut that to length, and then we'll use this piece as, we'll end up turning that into the lid eventually. But instead of just doing straight square corners and making it a rectangular box, decided to try and give it a little bit of style, make it a little bit sleeker looking, cool looking. I thought maybe this would be a little nicer, kind of right up against the seat if it had a little bit of clearance there. That's kind of where we're headed. 2 ends, 45-degree angles, with some somewhat halfway sophisticated geometry to fit that right there. You think it's gonna work, Vera?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I got a 48-inch long piece of this material. I just cut it in half. I'm aiming to end up with 20 inches, so we didn't need a super straight cut there or anything like that, but now we can at least kind of get things started and fitted up. Obviously there's a lot of cleanup work to do here, and I tried to kind of leave myself some material to remove still to try and, you know, get a smoother, nicer looking edge. Tried to give myself a little bit of a margin there for error. Probably shouldn't take this off yet because you know I'm just going to end up doing it again, but I just want to kind of see what our edges look like. Incorporate slots in these pieces so I can at least translate this part within this shell to get an appropriate fit at the seam, hopefully. Keep in mind, I think this part's going to get some paint on it by the end of this journey, so if we have any super terrible spots, maybe we can hide some things inside the paint process. Maybe. So hard to even like clamp it. I just gotta go for this center two, I think. Slide number 1. Funky geometric end plate shape is installed. The carbon does overhang the top very slightly, which is what I was going for. It's more or less flush on the sides, maybe a slight overhang. Overall, I'm happy with how this is turning out. Obviously, I still got to trim these, and I still got to do the other side, but that's what's up. And at this point, I'm just going to try to get this side done right quick, like. Originally, I thought that this piece was going to end up being some part of the lid, but I think I'm going to shift gears and just take another chunk out of this original tunnel piece, as that seems to fit actually very well over the top of this. As you can kind of see, I could end up making it wrap around on both sides, and then potentially put the hinge that you see here over on the side. So that's kind of the path I'm heading down at the moment. This is the idea of how this is going to be. This is supposed to be the hinge side, and I'm thinking the hinge will be over on the side like so, like this. Let me just go away. That's what's up. Added these 3 holes to be able to offset the screws on the other side. Also, I didn't want this many screws anyway, so now I'll just at least have 3 ugly nuts on the wrong side, but you'll see what I mean in a second. I made a lid. It looks good from, you know, down inside of a cockpit. Let's not look at it too closely. It's gonna pass. Alright guys, fast forward, it's like a couple days later. I reached a point where I was like, not really sure if it was even going to work. This is what it looks like now. I'll go ahead and give you guys a look at this thing. But what I ended up doing is making an aluminum spacer. I basically just reworked the position of this hinge in order to get the fit that I wanted. So now, as you can see, that lid, it does not fall open. I can shake that thing around. I mean, we're good. It kind of just like snaps closed, you know what I'm saying? I like that. That's nice. That's what I was going for. I don't know if that looks a little janky or not, or if anyone would ever even notice it, but there's a little aluminum 1/8 inch thick spacer plate behind that hinge. That's what we ended up with. So I went ahead and cut the access hole, just big enough to get my sunglasses case in pretty much. And I trimmed the bottom flanges to the appropriate size. And all that's left now is to put this baby in the race car. So let's do it. Spacious glove box that you can pop open. Put your sunglasses in there, put your phone in there, put your tire gauge in there, maybe a Zeus tool, what have you. Just big enough for that. And yeah, no tools required to close it. Hopefully that holds up over time and with vibration, but you know, worst case scenario, I do have another idea for how to latch it, but I don't think I'm going to need to. That's how she looks. Of course, you know, it's not perfect. A little bit of rough around the edges here and there, but I am going to be, you know, sending that piece probably along to be painted just to kind of give it a little bit more of a tie-in with the paint job on the interior of the car. So we'll probably be able to, you know, spruce it up even further, but for now, I'm happy. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. It's another project crossed off the list. That was the first time I've ever worked with any sort of carbon fiber sheeting or molded pieces, anything of the sort. So learned a few things, had a lot of fun. Project turned out good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I have to send out a huge, gigantic thank you to Mullis Race Cars for sponsoring this entire series, for providing me with this absolutely gorgeous piece of race car right here. If you guys want to catch up on all of this series, we are doing a playlist here on the channel for the Ultimate Mullis Bracket Dragster Build Series. So that is linked down in the description. As always, thank you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing, all the things that you do. I will see you guys in the next one. Later.